Right, all that's been now trimmed back down to these oaks, so it's far enough away from the fence. It's horrible to trim. It's like the they call it foxtail grass that sticks in you, and yeah, it's a nightmare to get out. So horrible stuff to trim as well, because it wraps around the strimmer wire. But it's done. It's all done now, so looking much better. This is windowsill number 1 to sand and oil. So let's get on with it. Busy selecting the favourite pieces of wood for the day. We pile it on, they take it off.
Then we go around and put it back on at the end of the day.
And they take it back off again.
Signal flare if everything goes right. Just sleep and dream while riding on the wave of light. Everything's changed, buried under graves. Out on the runway, waiting for the night to fly away. Themselves and blend into a single flame. I don't think there's a good way out, but I don't know how I can stay. Tell me something true before I lose myself. Ours and nothing else. We can drink the rain, come back home again. Nothing lights as brightly as the darkness in the dawn. Please don't fly away. And how the years light themselves and blend into a single flame. I
of the mix.
So to put the reveals on the window, which is the angles that go back into the window from the wall, I've worked out that if I cut an angled piece of wood and put it in against the frame like that, I can then screw that in which basically gives me the perfect angle to then attach the plasterboard to it. That's just roughly in. So I'll do the same to both sides. It'll have a flat top on it, it won't be angled. And that's the system I've come up with. Whether it's right or wrong, I have no idea, but it seems like it'll do the job. Mandy's stained the windowsill and it's got 3 screws in it, just holding it in place. So that's all good. There's obviously a bit of infill to go underneath it, and then it will be again down to Mandy's filling, plastering and sanding skills. But we'll get on and get these in, and hopefully it'll, like I say, do the job. So let's go. So that's easy enough, pre-drilled and countersunk. Makes life a bit easier. Then this is actually for this side, so that should fit nice and snug in there. Got another one for this side, and then top to do. Always something else. That's the angled piece of wood in at this side. I don't know whether you can see the angle on it. That the plasterboard is going to sit on. And this side, that's the piece of plasterboard sat on the angled piece of wood. I think I've just lost light. But yeah, that's the way it'll look. And hopefully if I can move over here without falling over. That'll show you just the angles and how they sat on the sill. Just framing the window quite nicely, quite simply as well, and quite nicely. So yeah, another one to finish off and another 2 to do on the other window. The joys.
So the ants are back. You can see it, that's an ant road. Goes all the way over there. I'll try and get a bit of this. Carrying all the seeds from the strim stuff backwards and forwards. every summer.
Look at this little fella struggling with a piece of grass. Let me get that out of the way for you. And this section of ant motorway is probably knocking on 30 metres long, going right the way across this section.
I'll try to get him. Funny little things. Busy, busy, busy. So today I've been getting on with chores. I've cleaned the chicken coop out, I've cleaned the chicks out, I've been sanding and oiling the windowsills, and I've been rendering round the window, which turned out much better than what the doorway did. So I'll let Rob do a bit of a close-up on that.
Here I come.
Turned out quite well. So all we need to do now is the windowsill, and then I'll do the same on the other window, and then it's gap fill these gaps, and then we render the entire building on the outside.
Mandy renders the entire building.
So far today we've got a couple of the reveals in. We've got a little nugget stuck in there, a couple of little nuggets in here. I've refilled the top, and this is ready to take the top piece of plasterboard, and then we'll board it out at the top. The windows in, the sills in. So that's so far on this window. Next window. The windowsills in, the windows in and lined up, and I've just gone round and gap filled it all on the inside. Still needs doing on the outside, and then we can start putting angled pieces of wood in, so they will then take the plasterboard to do the two reveals, and that's where we're up to. Hopefully we'll get a wriggle on with it tomorrow. If you're doing some gap fill or foaming, much easier to buy a gun. It's a lot more controllable than the aerosol type things. This one is metal bodied from Leroy Merlin. I think it was about €8 and well worth the money. But if you do buy a gun, buy some cleaning solution, and that just screws on after you've used your foam. Squirt it through to clean the gun. If you don't, it'll all clog up and it'll be useless. So that's a really good tool to have. Yeah. You can control the flow with this twist knob on the end, but it's just so much easier. It's brilliant.
Strolling far from home.
And we have our first cherries. Just a couple, but still starting to fruit, which is good. And these are the vines that I put the strings on. So when they start to grow, they really do start to grow. So that's that one at that side. This is the ones at the front.
And they're over 6 foot tall, the tallest ones.
Yeah, that one's nearly to the top now.
But they've just come up in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah. Yeah.
From below the wall here. A couple of weeks, they've got on a good 3 foot of growth.
And quite a few grapes on these as well. You can see all them in there. Strawberries are doing fabulous. I've already had a bowl and a half out of these, and there's loads more to pick. Absolutely loads. And these are the 2 newest potato beds. Also doing really, really well. And the corn. Growing really fast.
The cills are in, that Mandy sanded and oiled. Still yet to just fill the screw holes. But just a point is that all the wood that we use for the sills, shelves, all sorts of things, so it came from all the local burnt trees, which as you can see here, they've all got charring on them, and it's very, very cheap. So that's a good thing.
So this is the following day. It's all dried off. Yeah. Not too bad that, to be fair. Looking good. So this is day 22 of the 2 eggs that I took off Opal. The one on the right has definitely got movement because I candled it yesterday. The one on the left is either a lot later egg or it's not viable. I couldn't see any movement in that one at all, but we'll leave it for a few more days, and then if there's nothing I'll have to candle again and then see what's happening. But the one on the right should hatch within the next day or 2, but we'll see.
Hola from Portugal.
Hello.
Lovely sunny day.
Bit windy.
Blue skies though, so that's a bonus. Carrying on with work in progress, windows, etc. these last few days. Should be finished by the end of the weekend, and then Mandy can do her stuff with the filler.
Yay.
And rendering the outside of the windows.
We'll keep this one short and sweet because I want to get this video uploaded, and before the sun gets round that side of the house where that window is, I want to render the outside of the second window. So yeah, I can get on with that.
Yeah.
While Rob works on the inside of the window, I'll work on the outside of the window.
So we can wave at each other.
Yeah. So, if you haven't subscribed already and you enjoyed the video, please do.
Yeah, it helps us a lot.
Yep. Please like
Give us a thumbs up.
and leave us a comment.
Yeah. And don't forget, subscription is free.
Yes. So on that note, have a great weekend and we'll see you on Tuesday. Ciao for now.
Look after yourselves. Ciao for now.
Bye.